They call it the Lenovo ThinkBook 16P Generation 3, and in this video, let's unbox it. This is going to be nice because I recently got my hands on the Lenovo Legion Slim 7, and that laptop comes with the Ryzen 9 6900HX, but the GPU is the RX 6800S. This is the RTX 3060. So I'm really curious, and of course we'll find this out during the full benchmark review coming later on the channel, which one you should buy. Should you buy the AMD version of a laptop, since this is a 16-inch model, and that laptop is also a 16-inch model, or should NVIDIA be the laptop you choose? So I'm really excited to kind of see the benchmark differences. The nice thing about Lenovo, ooh, it feels pretty thin and light. The nice thing about Lenovo is they have so many great options. You have so much to choose from when it comes to their Think lineup, when it comes to their Legion series, when it comes to their Idea pads. There's a lot of really great options when it comes to Lenovo. And year over year, they seemingly are just the best performing laptops. They just take the components that you would think would be, good in a laptop, and they just kind of push them to the next level and give you outstanding performance. We have our traditional 230 watt charger block here, and let's get the laptop unwrapped. All right, let's see what we got here. Man, okay, so this is interesting. This looks a lot like the Lenovo Legion Slim 7, which, like I said, currently reviewing. It even has the same deck, or should I say ledge, along the back of the chassis here. It just doesn't have that indentation. One thing I've noticed already, though, is that the lid sits down on top of the keyboard deck evenly. The keyboard deck doesn't stick out on the edges. That's something I was not fond of about the Legion. So I'm really, really digging this so far. Let's check our connectivity. Okay, as far as connectivity is concerned, we have very similar connectivity. SD card slot, we have our headphone jack, and on the other side, we have two USB Type-Cs. And along the back panel, we have our power adapter, HDMI, and two USB Type-A's. I'm digging this so far. This could be a really cool option in regards to the Slim 7 versus this ThinkPad. Man, I love options, but then again, options can be sometimes strugglesome. Let's go and look at the build quality and assembly real quick. I actually want to say that I like the assembly more on this ThinkPad than I do this Slim 7. The edges are fit nicely from bottom cover into side panel, no catchy edges. On the Slim 7, which I'll do a head-to-head review, don't worry, so you can kind of see things neck and neck, it kind of sticks out a little bit. I wasn't too impressed by the fact that, it was a design choice, but I didn't really love the design choice. It still is one of my favorite laptops, but I just didn't like some of the little nuances. This looks very nicely assembled. So as you can see here, side panel fits into the bottom cover very nicely. Got a nice big vents along the back of the chassis. This is almost kind of a rounded edge, which I really like. It's a nice little design nod here. It's not just a straight flat piece of aluminum. It's a nice rounded edge. And this is an all aluminum chassis. A little on the weighty side for how thin it is. I'll put the weight and thickness on the screen here so you can check that out. But I don't mind that because it means they use quality build materials. Let's do a little tap test while we're at it. Sounds nice and firm. A little snappy there, right there at the center. You can hear that, but overall, I think it's because you're right near this grate. It gets a little, you can kind of make contact, but overall, wow. I really like how this thing is put together. I'm super stoked that Lenovo sent this over to me. I would not have necessarily picked this one to review, so it's really neat. I'm freaking stoked about the Patreon that we're about to launch. Absolutely. We're launching a freaking Patreon and you should join! Because it's going to be awesome. We're going to have never before seen content on the channel. Patreon, not channel. Channel's YouTube. So why is this content not being posted to YouTube? Well, the answer is really simple. I know that there is a tight group of loyal followers that follow my content. And I want to reward and be a part of the tight, loyal community that we have been building here as we've been reaching 85,000 subscribers. And I want to go deeper with you guys. I want to do live Q&As. I want to get face-to-face with you and chat in a live video call with my most faithful subscribers. I want to repurpose that content and put it on my channel so you can then be featured in my channel with me. I want to do exclusive giveaways that I can't just launch to the masses of communities. There's sometimes I get to keep laptops, but I don't need them. And so it's a place for me to basically just give back to my most loyal community followers. All right, let's do a quick open and close test. No problem there. Opening and closing with one hand. Got our little guide here. This shows us a lot of the shortcuts that come on the computer. So definitely check this out when you are opening up your computer for the first time. If you choose to buy this, Lenovo always sends these little handy shortcuts. So you can go ahead and operate the different fan modes, refresh the screen, enable the touchpad, turn it off. It's just a really nice guide that comes right in. That's a little helpful touch. Okay, looking at the interior of the laptop, it is a doppelganger of the Lenovo Legion Slim 7. Everything but the power button is centered on the Slim 7. Let's go ahead and turn this thing on real quick, see if we have enough battery power. We have the numpad on the right side. We have the full-size shift key and full-size arrow keys, spacebar, slightly shifted to the left trackpad. And then also we have the same size trackpad. I have been known to complain about the size of trackpad just because they have a little extra room around the trackpad. And I think, why not make it just a tad bigger? Especially that, I'm talking to creative professionals. It would definitely please me for a bigger trackpad. But are we here to please me? I don't know. Maybe we are. Are we? Maybe we're here to please you. Just let me know. What do you think? I am guessing this is a vent because, ooh, wow, that screen looks nice and sharp. I'm guessing that this is a vent because we have speakers here along the bottom of the chassis. But as far as I can tell, I don't think that is a speaker, but we'll know that during the full review. Keys are nice and quiet, a medium key press. For some reason, I think they look a tiny bit smaller. The keys look a tiny bit smaller than on the Legion Slim 7. That could be just what I'm thinking in memory, but that's kind of what it looks like. Let's go ahead and check out the screen flex really quickly. See how the screen flex does. A little bit of screen flex there. A little bit of flex at the bottom, but not much screen wobble. It kind of wobbles for a second and then settles down. Especially when you're typing on this keyboard, it does not move at all. So very nicely assembled and good tension in the hinge here. We have a manual cover here for the webcam. And here's a little sample of the webcam so you can see what that looks and sounds like. This is a sample of the webcam on the Lenovo ThinkBook 16P and a little sample of the audio for you as well. I love the thin bezels on the screen. Creates very little distractions when viewing it. And like I said, it looks sharp, it looks bright, and I can't wait to do the full color gamut, brightness, and color accuracy test for this screen. Definitely comparing it to the Legion Slim 7. I might be the exact same panel. We will find out. So just doing a little audio test, changing the audio up and down. This is not a speaker. I can definitely verify that. All the sound is coming from the speakers on the bottom of the chassis. So that question has been answered, but we'll do a full audio test of the speakers in the full review so you can hear what they sound like. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead, flip this laptop over, pull off the bottom cover, and check out the upgrade path of the ThinkBook 16P Gen 3. All right, so as I pull the bottom cover off of the laptop, we have a 68.5 watt-hour battery. This laptop does come with 32 gigs of RAM from Lenovo. However, it is not upgradable. So that could be a big reason for you to choose perhaps the Slim 7. Now, the Slim 7 comes with one swappable RAM stick. So you could take that laptop from say 16 gigs up to 40 gigs. This laptop comes with 32 gigs, but it's not upgradable. So really the question is, do you want the ability to purchase it at 16 and then upgrade it as you need to? Or do you just want to purchase it at 32 gigs flat out of the box? That's the real question. Now you can swap the SSD and the Wi-Fi card, same as the Slim 7. But again, that extra customization inside of the, hold on a second. I think you can add another M.2 drive. Yeah, okay. Actually, there's another M.2 drive you can add right here, it looks like, which I don't remember if that was available on the Slim 7. So again, when we do our head-to-head review, we'll look into that. But anyway, there's at least this one here, and I'm pretty positive there's another one right here. So that's really good news. So you can add an SSD here. So pretty good upgrade path as far as storage is concerned, but not RAM. So you're stuck at the RAM that you purchase with. So just keep that in mind. Overall, punch for punch, I do like the build of the ThinkBook slightly better than the Slim 7. If you're deciding between the two, I would honestly wait till my head-to-head review because I'll have benchmarks. I will have more information on the differences in the build quality so you can see them head-to-head. I hate to make you wait, but at the same time, I think it'll give you a better purchasing decision. So make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on that video. Otherwise, links in the description. If this video was enough for you to want to make a purchase, likes if this video has brought you some value. I'll see you here in the next one.